Nutrition, and we're getting ready to do a segment of healthy keto egg muffins. And so I'm going to simplify it today, but I want to give you some instructions for the future. You can add whatever meat you want to it. You can add cheese to it. Today you will not see cheese, but we will be adding cheese in the future, but not today. So I'm going to walk you through the steps that it takes to get these amazing muffins made. So we're going to start with my portobello mushrooms. And so what I want you to do is just slice these mushrooms this way, because you know portobellos are pretty big. And so you can also buy the baby portobellos if you want to save some time and not have to cut so much, and then you just turn it and cut it this direction. Mushrooms are pretty easy to cut. And so guess what? We're done already with that. And so I'm going to take it over here and drop it into my food tray so I can just grab my ingredients when it's time for the next time. And so now we're going to move on over to our spinach. And so with the spinach, you want to be able to cut it up pretty fine. You don't want big pieces, and notice spinach has these little tails on there. So that's why you really want to get it cut really fine. So you just take the knife here and you just go and get it as fine as possible. And then afterwards, you just take your knife and just go until you get it as small as you want it to go, because you have to understand that the egg muffins are not that big. And so you need the ingredients to be very small so it can all fit into the muffin pan. Because if not, when you take your eggs out of the oven, the muffins, you're gonna have a spillover. So you wanna be really careful about that. So you see how fine I'm getting this? I'm getting it really, really, really small. See where you can just kind of go like this? And so that's what you want to do. You want to be able to just drop it. And so we're going to move this back over. We're going to slide this here and add this onto this plate. So all the ingredients can be ready. And so then we're going to go with some bell peppers. I like the red and the orange. I don't like green, but a lot of people love them. And I'm choosing my favorite vegetables, so you can choose your favorite vegetables. And let me give you a hint. Corn is not a vegetable. So don't use corn in these ingredients, because if you do, it's gonna take away it being keto. Corn will rob the whole keto effect because it's too much starch and it's too much sugar in corn. And potatoes are not on the keto diet as well. So remember that. Don't add potatoes unless you're doing this and you just want this, the bomb, big time meal that you want to do outside of a keto muffin. So we're getting this as small as we can. And so we don't need it all because the muffins are really small. And so you take your ingredients once again and you move them over. And then we're going to use a couple of pieces of broccoli. And notice that some of my broccoli have stems. And so that's too big to fit in the muffin. So you would just want to take the little stem off, and notice how it fall apart, and just leave your little pieces. So that's what you want to do. You want to be able to take that off and just let it be. And then we're going to move it once again. And I have several ingredients. We have zucchini, the yellow, and then the green. And he loves my food. And so this is what I'm gonna put in there because I love them and my guests love it. And so we got that pretty chopped up and out of the way. And so now we're gonna move into our next phase. And the next phase would be for me to take the meat of my choice, which I chose chicken today. And I'm going to take the chicken, and what I'm gonna saute it in will be the extra virgin coconut oil. Once again, we want to keep it keto. And so we're going to move over to the oven. And so we're going to get it hot here. And it doesn't take long, because what we don't want to happen is we don't want to fully cook the chicken. Because guess what? This is going to go into the oven for a period of time. So you want to allow it just to brown and allow it to cook in the oven. So don't spend a lot of time over here trying to get this completely done. And so what we're gonna do, here, let me grab this here. Just take a little bit of our coconut oil don't have to use much. You just get like a tablespoon of it out of here and you just drop it into the grill. And then you take your chicken. You can hear that? Can you hear that? It's ready. So you just take it and you just saute it in here. And I'm not putting a lot of salt and pepper on this because it's in my eggs and I don't want to over salt anything and make it too salty for the people. So pay attention to that, especially if you're using bacon. Bacon is already salty all by itself. So be careful with the seasonings that you use by trying to season the vegetables and all of that. Just season your eggs and you'll be fine. You see how it's coming along and how brown it's getting? It's amazing. So that's already like I like it. And so you don't want to get it too done. And so, because if not, it's going to be dried out. And then once you do that, you just take your little container here. And you just drop it in here and get it ready for your muffins. See how easy that was? It's not a long, drawn out process. All right, so now let's move back over here. Take and get ready to crack our eggs. So we're just doing it here. The kind of eggs I use is pastured eggs because I don't want my chickens to be stuck in some kind of pen and pinned up like that. So mine get to travel all over the yard. All over the yard. And so we got that there. And so this is where I'll take and use my salt and my pepper. And so we're just gonna beat it up. If you have one of those little wands, you can use that, but today I'm using my fork. So pretty much all my ingredients are ready to go. So you wanna be able to take your pan and make sure so when you're ready to take the muffins out, it's not sticking at all. So you want to just spray your pan just like that. And so the first thing we're going to do is just start dropping our ingredients in. So I'm going to drop some of the peppers in, some of the broccoli, some of the spinach, and a couple of the mushrooms. And now I will add my chicken. And you can use bigger muffin pans where if you want them bigger than what I'm giving you, you can do that. Take your spoon and just take them and kind of measure it out so you won't have it running over. And you'll know when you reach the top of these. So it really requires probably like, maybe not a whole egg per one, but at least a whole egg per one. So you see how it's sitting there in there. And so basically you don't have to make the same ones. You may make ingredients where you have just a meat one and that's it. And so you just decide what you want to put in there. But once again, remember, it's your favorite things, but we're staying away from the starches so it can remain keto. And you take your spoon and kind of just go down in there so you can know that it reached the top. So if it kind of floats, you do a little more. So you gave me what I needed. How cute is that? And so we're gonna just transfer these into the oven, and then I got a treat for you. So we have some that are ready for you and ready to go. And so I'm going to show you how that looks and see how they come out. And can you imagine making these ahead of time? And when you're getting ready to leave in the morning, all you have to do is grab one or two and it will keep you full and complete because it's so full of protein. It is so full of veggies and everything that your body needs. And so this is one of the best fulfilling treats
Can't wait to taste it.
of today. And so I have shown you all the ingredients. This is one of the easiest meals to make, and it's so fulfilling and it is so good. So thank you for joining us for Real Fabulous Nutrition, and I'll see you next time. Did you think we really was done? I'm just getting started. You remember those commercials we used to watch where they put this test dummy in the car, they run into a wall and the airbag pops out? Well, in my food kitchen, I have a taste dummy, and that taste dummy is my husband. Babe, I need you to tell me what you think before we put this product out. Are you good with that?
I can do it.
You can do it?
I'm gonna be honest.
All right, you gonna be honest?
I'm gonna be honest.
All right. Don't bite it, big bites. Just
Okay.
bite. Honest.
I ain't funny. That's fire. That is fire. I can taste all the different tastes in it. That's what I love, when you can taste the different things in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got one question. Can I have the rest of it? Yeah, that's fire. That's fire.
All right, yeah, you can have it. You can have it. Well, thank you for joining us in Real Fabulous Nutrition in the Kitchen, and we'll be back with you next time.